Welcome to Furniture Industry News, the premier podcast presented by FurniturePodcast.com. Here, we give voice to the pulse of the furniture industry, bringing professionals like you the latest trends, insights, and developments within our dynamic field. Our goal is to keep you informed, inspired, and a step ahead in the business of creating exceptional spaces. Whether you're tuning in from your design studio, showroom floor, or workshop, this podcast is crafted for your professional enrichment. So pull up a chair and join us as we delve into news that matters to your craft. As the furniture industry looks ahead, it's clear that Gen Z is soon stepping into the spotlight as a formidable demographic in online retail. But connecting with this digitally native generation requires a deft touch and a keen understanding of their unique purchasing behaviors. Our attention turns to the insights of Megan Stabler, Senior Vice President of Marketing at BigCommerce, who recently emphasized the particularities of Gen Z's shopping expectations. For online retailers in home furnishings, Stabler detailed not just the necessity, but the urgency to adapt to this new wave of consumers. Firstly, Stabler points out the non-negotiable demand for product customization from Gen Z. This generation isn't content with cookie-cutter options. They seek the ability to personalize products to their taste. Stabler suggests utilizing tools like augmented reality and visualization technologies, which allow shoppers not just to customize, but to see how these pieces fit and look in their spaces before making a purchase. Taking it a step further, the way products are described online must also resonate with Gen Z shoppers. The tone of product narratives should reflect authenticity and relate to the aesthetic aspirations of these consumers. Stabler highlights the role of AI in tailoring product descriptions, adjusting to various demographic preferences, and optimizing for search engine visibility. But perhaps the most striking difference is Gen Z's reliance on community-generated content for decision-making. Unlike older demographics that might lean heavily on traditional reviews, Gen Z is drawn to the real experiences other users share online. From unboxing videos to social media posts featuring products, this user-generated content creates a communal shopping experience that resonates deeply with Generation Z and can significantly impact a brand's online presence and sales. Stabler aptly wraps up by underscoring that flexibility and adaptability are key for online retailers courting Gen Z, especially in a digital landscape that is ever-changing. Optimizing product data across a range of advertising channels, including the trending social platforms of the moment, is crucial in capturing the attention and loyalty of the Gen Z cohort. It's no longer business as usual to vibe with Gen Z. Retailers must refresh their playbook to align with the values and tech savviness of this emerging generation. Navigating the e-commerce landscape has become an increasingly complex puzzle for manufacturers, particularly within the dynamic home furnishings market. As traditional retailer relationships evolve, manufacturers are finding themselves shouldering a greater share of the merchandising and marketing responsibilities, once handled by their retail partners. In recent years, retail e-commerce has seen a significant shift as retailers lean more into self-service models and platform-centric approaches for operations. These platforms are becoming central hubs not just for order entry and logistics, but also for product content, merchandising, and promotional strategies. This change necessitates that manufacturers become adept at harnessing these systems to their utmost benefit, a task that calls for both special expertise and robust resources. As product standards for online publishing become increasingly meticulous, manufacturers must raise the bar. Stellar shopping experiences are what drive customer satisfaction, and so retailers have set the bar high. This is manifest in the need for a multitude of lifestyle images for a single product and restrictions on the number of new offerings that can be published at a time. The sheer detail involved in online merchandising can be daunting, but success in online retail requires manufacturers to possess or develop this level of detail in their skill sets. Moreover, marketing and advertising programs have also trended towards a self-serve model. This seemingly advantageous shift, which puts control squarely in the hands of the manufacturer, necessitates a team that is au fait with the intricacies of each advertising program, as well as the importance of strategic investments. Couple this need for specialization with reduced support and longer response times courtesy of recent layoffs within the industry, and buyers finding it much harder to engage with retailers. This confluence of factors places a premium on the adaptability of manufacturers and their ability to navigate these complex systems with expertise and responsiveness. In conclusion, manufacturers vying to stand out in the increasingly crowded online marketplace must focus on building clean, rich product data, understanding platform-specific nuances, and refining retailer marketing strategies. By adapting to the changing e-commerce landscape with agility and investing in increased merchandising and marketing proficiency, manufacturers can indeed thrive within this challenging yet opportunistic digital frontier. The furniture industry is witnessing a transformative phase where traditional manufacturing hubs are being reassessed and emerging sourcing destinations are jockeying for position. This tumultuous shift has been catalyzed by an amalgamation of geopolitical tensions, economic fluctuations, and supply chain upheavals that have left companies scrambling for stability and reliability. A significant trigger has been the ongoing trade disputes, which have cast a long shadow over China, historically the dominant force in furniture manufacturing. The introduction of tariffs and the prevailing political unrest have disrupted this status quo, prompting businesses to explore alternative geographies. In this quest for diversification, we're seeing countries like Vietnam and India rising to meet the demand, leveraging their advantages of labor costs, skilled workforce, and growing infrastructures. Vietnam has already carved a niche for itself, rapidly becoming a formidable contender in the furniture export realm. The agility of Vietnamese manufacturing has been remarkable, allowing companies to circumvent some of the delays and unpredictability that have plagued other regions. India's ascension, on the other hand, is buoyed by an immense population, a tradition rich in craftsmanship, and an increasing stability that attracts foreign enterprises. While India is still navigating some infrastructural challenges, its potential as a sourcing destination remains abundantly clear. Analyzing these developments, it's evident that the furniture manufacturing landscape is becoming more geographically fragmented as brands and retailers seek to mitigate risks by broadening their sourcing portfolios. It's a competitive terrain where each region's offering is meticulously weighed, from the cost and availability of raw materials to expertise in specialized craftsmanship and the efficiency of logistics. In essence, the global sourcing shifts reflect the industry's adaptation to a world where change is the only constant. Manufacturers and retailers are evolving, eyes wide open to the geopolitical and economic currents, and ever watchful for the next port of call in the furniture sourcing journey. China's waning influence in the realm of furniture production marks a significant turn in the tides for the industry. Once revered as the epicenter for furniture sourcing, China's hold has witnessed a precipitous fall. Tariffs, the legacy of the Trump administration's trade policies, have left palpable tension, adding to a decline in China's allure as a supplier to the U.S. market. When we peel back the layers to uncover the data, it's quite revealing. China's furniture exports to the U.S. plummeted nearly 35% from 2019, dialing back to less than $6 billion in 2023, a stark contrast to the $9 billion peak. Expert peers within the industry uniformly echo this sentiment, with many organizations having entirely shifted their sourcing strategies away from China. It's not merely the taxation that's driving this exodus. Demographic factors play a crucial role. Ken Shanks, president of Outlook International, highlights the rapid aging of China's population, which poses challenges for an industry contingent on a robust labor force. As these shifts gather pace, we see growing numbers seeking opportunities in pastures new. The relentless quest for the ideal mix of affordability, proximity, and efficiency continues, with no single emerging market poised to assume the mantle that China once held. This has led to a more fragmented global sourcing landscape, replete with a mosaic of regions, each offering unique strengths and inevitably certain limitations. As this new era beckons, how the furniture industry adapts will be telling. With certainty in short supply, the only consensuses appear to be the necessity for flexibility and the inevitability of change. As the global furniture industry evolves, Southeast Asia is rapidly gaining momentum as a key player for furniture sourcing. Nations like Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, and the rising Cambodia are stepping up, presenting themselves as robust alternatives to long-established manufacturing giants. Ken Shanks of Outlook International sees Indonesia's potential as particularly noteworthy, with a burgeoning 200 million strong population and low labor costs. Although infrastructure challenges persist, the prospects of logistical improvements along with its natural resources, including the cultivation of trees for furniture manufacturing, position Indonesia as a country to watch. Southeast Asia isn't a monolith, however. Each country within this diverse region offers unique strengths. Take Malaysia, for instance, known for excelling in lower price points and promotional products. According to Matt Sorensen of Classic Home, while Malaysia and Thailand may not be his company's primary source, they contribute significantly to specific categories like wicker and rattan from Indonesia and promotional dining from Malaysia. Cambodia, too, is on the business radar, particularly for upholstery supplier Spectra Home, which sees the advantages in a willing workforce eager for training and skill development. Jim Tellish, the company's president, envisages a strengthening furniture manufacturing sector in Cambodia, foreseeing that Vietnam's saturation could lead to its own search for alternative sites. Moreover, the appeal of Southeast Asia isn't solely due to its labor force or natural resources. Political stability and the possibility of infrastructural enhancements enhance the attractiveness of the region for investors and manufacturers alike. In conclusion, while production shift predictions and comparisons to Vietnam might seem ambitious, the strategic moves of companies within the region hint at a significant reconfiguration of the furniture sourcing landscape. The question that now stands is not if, but how quickly Southeast Asia will cement its position as a preferred sourcing destination for the global furniture market. As the furniture industry continues to navigate the tides of change, one name that is consistently edging its way to the forefront is India. With a large and skilled labor force, political stability, and a long-standing tradition of craftsmanship, India is increasingly becoming a beacon for furniture sourcing. The sprawling subcontinent is gaining recognition not merely as a locale for intricate handicrafts, but as a powerhouse capable of producing a broad spectrum of furniture products. From expertly crafted solid wood case goods to mixed metal creations, the diversification of India's manufacturing capabilities is remarkable. It's a testament to the country's willingness to embrace modern techniques while preserving the time-honored artisanal skills that have long defined its cultural exports. Equally important is India's rapidly evolving infrastructure, which, although not yet on par with industry giants like China or Vietnam, has made impressive strides in recent years. The ongoing enhancements to its ports, roads, and railways are paving the way for smoother international trade and positioning the country as a more attractive sourcing destination. Yet, despite the promise, there are challenges that cannot be overlooked. India's infrastructure, while improving, remains a point of concern among global manufacturers. And while the nation boasts a wealth of materials, some manufacturers point to an over-reliance on native species like acacia and mango wood, which can limit the range of offerings. Also, the complexity of operating within India's regulatory framework presents its own set of unique challenges. However, these obstacles have not stifled the country's potential or the optimism of industry professionals. Many see a future where India rises to meet its challenges head-on, potentially reaching an equilibrium in the sourcing landscape with a blend of tradition and innovation. Already, investment from international furniture giants suggests confidence in India's role as a key player in the global furniture market. As the industry continues to watch and engage with the vibrant and versatile manufacturing sector of India, it's clear that this is a nation on the rise, poised to shape the future of furniture sourcing. Despite a slight dip of just over 1% in the last year, Canadian furniture exports to the United States have been showing steady progress. The numbers underscore a greater narrative, boasting a 5-year climb of over 16% since 2019, signaling an unwavering growth trajectory for our northern neighbors. This steady march forward came even despite the shadow the pandemic cast across global markets, illustrating resilience within the Canadian furniture industry. With cumulative exports reaching approximately $1.53 billion in 2023, Canadian furniture has cemented a notable presence in the U.S. marketplace. It's essential to recognize that the Canada-U.S. trade relationship underpins this presence. The United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement, or USMCA, which superseded NAFTA in 2020, continues to invigorate this cross-border trade, reinforcing a long-standing and deep-seated economic partnership. Geographical proximity undeniably plays a critical role as well. Sharing the largest bilateral border in the world facilitates an ease of trade that is unmatched in terms of logistics and cultural alignment. Canadian companies like Durham Furniture and Decor Rest Furniture are not only capitalizing on this adjacency, but are also strategically advancing across U.S. regions, driven by renowned product quality and customer service. Moreover, businesses are adopting calculated approaches to ensure sustainability. Leaders in the Canadian furniture market are not just content with the status quo, they are pushing for innovation and growth. Durham Furniture aims for expansive growth, leveraging its solid wood, custom case goods appeal, while Decor Rest harnesses the proximity to establish warehouse hubs for agile distribution. Their collective ambition to scale up signals a robust forecast for Canadian exports in the coming years. In summary, Canadian confidence in the furniture business within the U.S. is on an upswing, invigorated by favorable trade agreements, geographical advantage, and shrewd growth strategies, demonstrating that even in the face of global economic uncertainty, sustained success is a well-charted course for these industrious makers. The allure of European furniture within the United States is undeniable, teeming with a heritage of craftsmanship and a reputation for innovation. In 2023, Italy led the charge with nearly $1.2 billion in exports to the U.S., with Poland, Spain, and Portugal also carving out significant niches in a market hungry for their unique offerings. Italy's renown for its design excellence and quality is synonymous with an automatic stamp of luxury. Brands like Composad are tailoring their collections to resonate with North American sensibilities, drawing on sustainability and modern appeal that strikes a chord with today's consumers. Moving across Europe, Poland's presence in American homes is growing rapidly, with companies like Spin Furniture hitting milestones and expanding their reach. Furniture from Poland is capturing attention with its impeccable style, adaptability, and a particular flair for modern aesthetics. Meanwhile, companies like Gala Mebel boast more than 40 years of Polish manufacturing pride, offering a variety of living and dining solutions. Spain and Portugal, bustling with activity, focus on increasing export figures while embracing stewardship initiatives, signaling a robust entrance into the U.S. market with high-end, eco-conscious products. Each European country brings its unique interpretation of design to the table, whether it's the artisanal excellence of Portugal or Spain's agility in adapting to market requirements. Their commitment to combining signature style, innovation, and sustainability ensures that European furniture will continue to enchant American homes and businesses. Keep an eye on the showrooms at High Point Market, where brands from these historic lands will unveil products that promise not just to furnish spaces, but to transport us to the old world's charm, married with modern sensibility. Mexico's momentum in the furniture industry has been nothing short of impressive. In the last few years, we've witnessed a surge as this North American country positions itself as the fastest-growing exporter of furniture to the United States. With supply chain disruptions across Asia during the pandemic, furniture suppliers sought refuge in Mexico's more stable production environment, bidding farewell to the uncertainty of overseas transportation and, in some cases, astronomical ocean freight rates. Now, what exactly has powered Mexico's ascent in the furniture export ranks? Labor costs are lower than in many Asian countries, and that comes with the added advantage of being geographically closer to key U.S. markets. This proximity has translated into drastically reduced lead times, from weeks to mere days, granting unparalleled flexibility. Furthermore, with a large dedicated workforce and a rich supply of lumber, Mexico has shown that it has the raw ingredients necessary to foster a thriving furniture export sector. However, sustainability and the greater environmental impact remain in the spotlight. The question is, how will Mexico balance growth with ecological stewardship? Will the emphasis on nearshoring by U.S. companies continue to take precedence over long-term sustainability goals? As we cast our gaze into the future, probing Mexico's ability to maintain its pace in this industry, we must consider the long-term implications. As the initial rush to nearshore operations stabilizes, will the shifting landscape of trade agreements, government regulations, and consumer demand for sustainable practices impact Mexico's role as a furniture manufacturing powerhouse? At its heart, this narrative is about more than growth. It's about responsible growth. When we talk about furniture, We aren't just discussing the creation of objects that fill our living spaces. We're talking about the legacy we leave on the environment. It's a narrative that's crucial to our times and one that furniture professionals will observe closely as Mexico charts its course in the competitive seas of the global market. In the mattress industry, the crescendo of sustainability conversations is impossible to ignore, especially with Earth Day just over the horizon, initiating renewed drive for eco-friendly initiatives. Being green in the mattress industry has progressed beyond mere buzzwords into actionable, innovative solutions aimed at mitigating environmental footprints. Today's mattresses, though pivotal for our rest and recovery, pose significant environmental challenges at the end of their life cycle, often occupying substantial space in landfills where they linger, resistant to decomposition. Recognizing this, key players in the industry have galvanized efforts to engineer mattresses with greener methodologies in mind. At the forefront of this push, we witnessed numerous companies at the International Sleep Products Expo, showcasing products ranging from naturally sourced foams to biodegradable fibers, all honed to seamlessly integrate into mattress construction. These materials not only enhance the comfort and longevity of the mattress, but also ensure that when a mattress's life comes to an end, it does so with minimal environmental repercussions. Leaders in the sector are also exploring advanced recycling processes, endorsing initiatives that advocate for programs like those by the Mattress Recycling Council. With the Council's endeavors in 4 states, the goal is establishing an ecosystem that promotes responsible disposal and recycling, keeping mattresses out of landfills and within the circular economy. Tech is playing a pivotal role too. We see an array of machinery specifically designed to disassemble and sort mattress components, thereby simplifying the recycling process upon a mattress's retirement. As consumers become increasingly eco-conscious, the mattress industry's commitment to sustainability could be a driving factor in their purchasing decisions. It's an investment in our planet's future, where the sleep industry is awakening to the call for eco-friendly production, signaling a pivotal shift that aligns consumer comfort with environmental consideration. Stay tuned as we continue to monitor this green tide of innovation, heralding a new era of environmental stewardship within the mattress industry. Because, as we edge closer to Earth Day, it's clear that within the realms of our industry, being green is becoming not just aspirational, but essential. As we close today's episode, we'd like to reflect on the meaningful insights shared across the spectrum of the furniture industry. From the emergence of Gen Z as pivotal market players, to innovative strategies in e-commerce, global sourcing shifts, and the commendable strides toward sustainability, we've covered ground that's vital for every industry professional. Thank you, listeners, for choosing Furniture Industry News as your go-to source for the latest in our dynamic industry. Please join us again to stay informed and ahead of the curve. Don't forget to follow or subscribe on your favorite audio platform, and be sure to catch our upcoming episodes for more essential news and trends. Until next time, keep shaping the spaces of tomorrow. Farewell.